Welcome to Highly Touted Sports. This is your free pick of the day, October 11, 2011. The Rangers at the Tigers. No travel day due to a rainout in Game 2. So they get right to it in Detroit tonight. Kobe Lewis at Doug Fister. And Doug Fister, what a talent he is, coming over from Seattle late in the season. 2.83 ERA, 1.06 whip versus Kobe Lewis, who doesn't look like much on the surface. 4.40 ERA, 1.21 whip. Not big strikeout pitchers, either one of them. They rely on the ground ball. They put the ball in play, rely on the defense, and hope the ball doesn't get up in the air. We see Texas on the road, 4.4 runs a game, 268 average, 3.45 bullpen ERA on the road as well. Their bullpen has been really good in the postseason so far, especially Oganda shutting them down. Detroit, 5 runs at home, 286 average, 4.35 ERA bullpen, about a run higher than Texas, not so great. Kobe Lewis on the season, 3.33 on the road, 2.95 in his last 3 starts, and you can see he's got his bags packed, a smile on his face because he loves the road. 3 quality starts in his last 3 road starts, and these are his last 3 starts, all on the road, and he does it again. Number 4, Doug Fister, 2.45 at home, 0.39 in his last 3, and I think since he's been with Detroit, he's 8-1 at home with a 1 point and change ERA. Really good at home. Really loves it there in Detroit. Now Lewis against Detroit is 7.76 ERA, is 2-2, and his team record is 2-3. Not that great, pretty scary. The over is 4-1. You can see this year at Detroit, 4 innings, 4 earned, and then at home, 3 and change with 9 earned runs. Not good at all. Fister 2-3 against Texas, ERA 4.38. August the 3rd, 7 innings, 2 earned. That is a quality start with the win, 5-4. Now this arrow here means this is when he was with Detroit this July of this year versus Texas. 7 innings, 4 earned. Now, okay, he's thrown against the same lineup there, and that was against Kobe Lewis, and it went under 4-0, but that was when he was with Seattle. So Lewis there shut down the Seattle offense, which hasn't been much in the last couple of years. Now at Detroit, Detroit's 4-2 against Texas this year. 3 of the 4 games have gone under the total, okay? And that's really something we like to look at. And I've got some arrows here, and I'll explain to you what we're looking at here. This is recently here against Texas, the first 2 games in Texas. Now, minus that grand slam walk-off yesterday, that game maybe goes 4-3 final if Nelson Cruz hits a single. First game was 3-2, so that was 2 unders. A grand slam walk-off grand slam is pretty rare. You can say that was pretty much on pace to go under. We can also see here, this is in Detroit versus Texas, 6 games. 4 out of 6 are 1-run ball games. So this has been a real tough handicap for Highly Touted today. We were just crunching today, really looking over things. This was not an easy pick, and we'll get to the pick here in a moment. But 4 out of 6 1-run games. We see a 2-0 game as well. So these matchups have been tight. It is not easy to pick a winner with these 2 teams, especially here in the playoffs. You see 3-2 and 7-3, and again, a walk-off grand slam. It should have been maybe a 1-run game there. Now, let's look at Kobe Lewis, a 340 batting average for Detroit. Wow. But Maglio and Carlos Guillen are out for the ALCS. Maglio out for the playoffs. You see 357 for Mags and Carlos 333. Now, still, Brennan Bosch will probably get the start. He's 4 for 15 with 2 homers. Miguel Cabrera 5 for 12, 417 average. Brandon Inge not too good at 0 for 7. He's most likely be in the lineup. Austin Jackson 6 for 15, 400 average. Johnny Peralta 4 for 14, 286. Rayburn 2 for 5. Delman Young's back 3 for 10. Looked a little rusty at 300. So an outstanding 340 batting average against Kobe Lewis. Texas Rangers versus Doug Fister, 268 average. Really not that great for Fister. You can see here Ian Kinsler 235 with 4 hits. Torrealba 3 for 6. Michael Young's got some success, 5 for 17. Beltre 4 for 11. Nelson Cruz real nice at 7 for 14. So only 3 home runs, 2 from David Murphy. We'll see him in the lineup as well, 6 for 16. So right now, Fister with a 268 average, with Texas a 268 average against Fister. Detroit 340 against Kobe Lewis, and these are the lines here, and I'm going to add a note here. that Kobe Lewis is 4-0 with a 1.67 ERA and 5 postseason starts dating back to last year. So he's got a 4.40 on the season. He's got a 7.76 against Detroit. Detroit's got a 3.40 ERA against him. All signs are pointing to a rout, but this guy is a hero. He steps up in the playoffs. This is game 3. This is playoff atmosphere. Doug Fister's going to shut him down pretty good, I believe. Kobe Lewis has been dominant on the road. He's been dominant in the playoffs. And 8.5, we're getting even money on the under. 8.5, very risky play, very tough decision. But between Texas's bullpen, Kobe Lewis is just absolutely stepping up in the playoffs, and Doug Fister's ability, we're going to ignore the fact that Detroit's hit 340 against them. Detroit has stranded 21 runners so far in 2 games. And if you look at some box scores against Kobe Lewis, you see a couple flares dropped in, a couple errors, maybe a couple lucky plays to get runs across there against Lewis. So that's the play of the day. Make sure you get over to the right here, sign up, get free picks, more info on premium paid packages, more info on how we break down these games. We have Excel spreadsheets, we have formulas we'd like to share with you. This is no bull, straightforward video analysis, proven bet slips, proven wagers. We're not hiding behind anything. If we don't like it, we don't pick it. HighlyToutedSports.com. That's your free pick of the day. We'll see you tomorrow.